first off, what is cyber-psychology?
Cyber-psychology is the study of the impact of emerging technology on human behavior. So our primary focus is internet psychology, but we also study virtual reality, artificial intelligence, social media, mobile and network devices. It's an incredibly interesting area. And if anybody wants to know a subject that they should study in the future, study cyber-psychology. Ireland is a centre of excellence, undergraduate, masters and doctoral programs in cyber-psychology.
We have to talk about CSI, because that is
Okay.
absolutely amazing. You're a producer on the show for CSI Cyber. And of course, one of the main characters is based on you.
Yes, I'm played by Patricia Arquette
That is
in the TV
amazing.
series. It's sort of surreal.
How did that come about, first off? Like, where did the conversation begin?
I got a phone call from an agency in Los Angeles, and I actually thought it was a hoax. So I, sort of ignored it for a while.
You're like,
But
okay.
but they were persistent, and effectively, I was asked to go for an interview. I thought I was going to meet an intern at CBS, and it turned out the intern was actually the president of CBS. So I love what I do. I mean, it's dark and it's frustrating and there are problems, but I'm absolutely pro-technology and I see the solutions. So I spoke with CBS about what was wrong, what was right, what we could do, and they literally stood up in the meeting and said, we'd like to make a television show about you.
So when you watch the character
Yeah.
and you see her, Miss Ryan,
Yeah.
do you see yourself? Do you see elements of yourself? Or are you like, oh my God?
You know, I'm an academic, she's an FBI agent, so there's a little bit of a stretch there, but she's a cyber-psychologist, I'm a cyber-psychologist.
2 hours ago, how far could they have gone?
Bring up the map. We know from Vicky's rap sheet she had 2 DUIs. She's a drinker. They're going to look for a bar.
What are the biggest things that people don't consider when they are posting online? And
I think, we have an expression, the internet does not forget.
yes,
So it's really about, I say as a rule of thumb, I mean, people who work in policing environments or people who work in areas that are sensitive, our rule is that you should never commit anything to text or to email that you wouldn't want made public at some stage.
I always say,
And I
don't
think
put
that's-
anything that I wouldn't say to my mother. How different is our cyber self to our real life self?
I think that when we think about the virtual representation of self, think about that as a highly manipulated, highly curated self, like something in a museum, an artifact.
Is it what we want people to want us to
Yeah,
be?
it's an aspirational self. Now, if you think about this self, I would warn against overly investing in that self, because the point at which every image that you put up, that you use filters and Photoshop it so your skin is perfect and your hair is shiny and you're stretched to be 5 pounds lighter, the more beautiful and popular you make that entity, what about the real world self? And do you get to a point where the real world self needs to stay in the basement so that the virtual self can be this fantastic creation because it's too big a distance from who you are? Have a healthy self-image about who you are online. You don't have to be perfect.
Because I guess if you're posting photos with every photo you post, thinking you look beautiful in them and all that sort of stuff, what do you see when you look in the mirror?
That's true.
Completely. So you might kind of go, oh, I looked amazing in that picture the other day, but it's an unrealistic picture because you took it with certain lighting or you took it from a certain angle, and you'll never get that, I guess, when you're looking in the mirror. Thank you so much for having a chat with us. We really appreciate it. I thought I would be much more aware of you reading my body language and everything, but I'm not. It was an absolute pleasure.
Well, I could tell you a few things you don't know about yourself, but I will keep them to myself.
Please do. And don't look at my Twitter.
I'm only joking.